Hi, my name is John Campanini. I am the Technical Advisor for the Rhode Island Tree Council with an instructional message on how to measure big tree nominations. To nominate a tree, you will need 3 measurements. They are the trunk circumference, the vertical height, and the average crown spread. Just follow these simple steps to measure correctly. Here are the tools you will need. A tape measure, preferably a carpenter's tape, a straight stick or 12-inch ruler, a small hammer and nail, and of course a pencil, piece of paper, and clipboard to record your findings. First up, let's measure the trunk circumference. You will need the tape measure. Take the measurements in one of the 4 ways depending on the following condition that best describes the growth habit of the tree or the trunk. When the trunk is straight, take the measurement at 4.5 feet above the ground level. Record the measurement always in inches. When the tree is on a slope, measure 4.5 feet up the trunk on the high and low sides of the slope. Next, find the average between both points. Measure the distance around the trunk of the tree at this point. When the tree is leaning, measure the circumference at 4.5 feet along the axis of the trunk. Make sure the measurement is always taken at a right angle or 90 degrees to the trunk. Finally, when the tree forks at or below 4.5 feet, record the smallest trunk circumference below the lowest fork. Record the height at which the measurement was taken. Now here's a simple tip to follow. If no one is available to help, you may need to use the hammer and nail to hold the tape measure in place. Check the start of the tape measure to see if it has a tab or a loop attached. Secure the tab by gently tapping it into the bark with the hammer. If it has a loop, hammer the nail to a shallow depth into the bark and then place the loop over the nail. And this is the last point. Make sure you remove the nail at the end of this exercise. The next measurement we need is the tree's height. The height is the vertical distance in feet between the base of the trunk and the topmost twig. Height is accurately measured using a clinometer, but in this case, we will estimate the height using the stick method. First step to get a straight stick or ruler. I will use a 12-inch ruler in this simple exercise. Next, hold the ruler vertically at arm's length, making sure that the length of the ruler above your hand equals the distance from your hand to your eye. Now, walk backward and away from the tree. Stop when the ruler above your hand is the same height as the tree. Measure the distance from the tree to where you are standing. Record that measurement to the closest foot. A simple tip: take a short wooden stake or facsimile with you. Use it to mark the distance away from the tree in the event you have to recheck your measurement later. Finally, let's obtain the average crown spread. 2 measurements are required as follows. The first measurement should be taken of the tree's crown spread at its widest point. The second measurement should be taken at the right angle to the first. Record these figures in feet. Add the 2 together and divide by 2 to calculate the average crown spread. A simple tip: crown spread measurements are frequently impeded by fence lines, buildings, and other structures, making them hard to get. No problem. Just find an unobstructed measuring lane away from the tree to take the measurement. As long as you can maintain a clear line of sight from the center of the tree to the end of the crown, the measurement will be quite accurate. For more information on how to measure big trees, the Helen Walker Raleigh Big Tree Program, or the Rhode Island Tree Council, go to www.ritree.org or call the office at 401-764-5885.